In this video, we're going to look at the user research for the target market. The first thing we need to establish very clearly is that there are three people or three types of people that you're interested in for this project. The first is the user. The user is the child who is going to be playing with your toy. The second is the customer. The customer is the parent of that specific child who would be buying the toy, the one who would be funding the project, the one that you're working for. You've considered those two categories of people in criteria 1. In criteria 2, we're going to look at our third category, which is the target market. The target market is the wider group of people who may be interested in buying your product. So we need to consider their opinions, their ideas, because if we were to commercially produce your product, we need to sell to more than just that one client. Remembering the client is the parent of the child that you're specifically working for. So what do other parents of children of similar age want from a toy? The student here has done a good piece of work, but it could certainly be improved. For me, it's a little confused. On this slide, the student has conducted a survey, and then on the following slide, they've analysed the results and talked about the target market. But to me, there's not a clear visual link between the results and the review. I also find it a little confused that they've gone on to look at the Pinterest of the users on the slide when they're looking at the results. I think these two could be rearranged to much greater effect. So if I was approaching this task, the first thing I would do is I would have an introduction explaining who I'm going to be asking questions of and what questions I'm going to be asking and why for both of those things. I would then have the analysis of the survey down here or to the side, explaining very clearly in simple bullet points what I've learned and how that's going to affect my work. I would then have a further section where I'm describing aspects of the target market that the examiner might not know about. And I also really like what this person's done here. They've gone to some Pinterest page of target market users and looked at the sort of things that those people are looking at. Now, these pictures are too small to really be of any use. So let's re-summarise. Over 2 pages, you need to be finding out about your target market. You need to be conducting a survey, giving us the review of that survey, and then you also need to be telling us some further information about that target market.